Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In case this is your first time here, please don't forget to subscribe, and you can also turn on that notification bell just so you know when next I upload a new video. So in today's video, as you guys have seen in the title, I'll be making a red velvet cake. This is going to be my first attempt and I'm quite excited because it's going to be on camera. So you guys, if it turns out well, you will know. If it doesn't turn out well, you would know, except I choose not to upload the video, but I think I would because I hope it will turn out well. So I'm actually following a recipe online and I changed a few of the measurements and all of that, especially when it comes to sugar, but I don't think that should really affect much when it comes to the outcome of the cake, but we'll see how that goes. And I'll put everything I used based on measurements in the description box because I actually had to measure all of that off camera because I didn't want the video to be too long. But I'll be showing you the process, how I added my dry ingredients first and how I mixed my my wet ingredients and how everything comes together to make the sumptuous cake. So if you guys like this kind of videos, please do let me know in the comment section so I'll do more of it. I actually try a lot of things that I watch online, so I'll be very happy to let you guys know my first impressions and all of that. And I'll really be very happy if you guys can subscribe to my channel and also watch my videos. So without much talk, let's get right into the video. I hope you guys enjoy this video as much as I am excited in making the video. We are going to be mixing the dry ingredients first. This is all-purpose baking flour and I have 2 cups here. I'll put the measurement in the description box down below. Here we have table salt. Here we have baking soda, and here we have bicarbonate of soda, baking powder and bicarbonate of soda, and here we have cocoa powder unsweetened, and then those are the dry ingredients we're going to be mixing. This is sugar, but we're not going to be mixing this in here. We're going to be mixing this with the butter and the vegetable oil. So I just wanted to show you guys that one. Aside after mixing them properly, and then we mix the wet ingredients, which I'll show you next. So in here I already have my sugar and I'm just trying to break the lumps. It's granulated sugar. And the first thing I'm going to be adding to that is my melted butter. Like I said, I'm going to put the measurement in the description box down below. So I already measured everything out here. So this is melted butter. I think I have half cup here. So I'm going to mix that. The good thing about the red velvet cake is the fact that you actually don't need to use your mixer or anything electric. Just your whisk will do. Unlike when you're making a regular cake where you need to use your mixer, whether the hand mixer or the industrial mixer, you really don't need any mixer in the process of making a red velvet cake. So I'm adding oil, vegetable oil. I've also measured that earlier. I'm actually using half cup. So I'm just going to make sure that it's well mixed. So after mixing my sugar with the vegetable oil and the melted butter, the next thing I do is to add my eggs. I'm using 2 large eggs. 1, 2. So I'll also make sure that I mix this very well. I'm using a whisk because that imitates to an extent the same way your mixer will mix the butter. So you should have something like this once you have your eggs. Then I'm supposed to use, according to the recipe I'm following, I'm supposed to be using vanilla extract, but I don't have that at home. So what I'm going to be using now is a vanilla butter and nuts, whatever. I'm just going to use that. So this I'm supposed to use like 2 tablespoons or 2 teaspoons, I think. Yeah, 2 teaspoons. So I think it's just for flavoring, so I'm not sure it matters if it was really vanilla that I used or something else that has vanilla. So I also mix that well, and then the next thing I'll be adding, I don't know why my whisk keeps falling. The next thing I'll be adding is red food coloring. So I'm going to be adding 2 to 3 tablespoons of that too. That's what gives your cake the red color. So sorry, I'm trying to look at my teaspoon. Okay, so 2 to 3. So I guess I'll just use 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to be adding my buttermilk. I actually made this buttermilk by myself. Maybe in another video I'll show you how I did that, because I couldn't get at the store where I usually get my baking materials. So I decided to find out how to make one at home, and I was able to do that. So I'm just going to mix well. So already we have our color, which is very, very significant when you're talking of a red velvet cake. That's why they call it red velvet, because it has to be red. So once I'm sure that I have mixed all of that together, I'm going to add about half of my dry ingredients, and I'm not going to over mix it. This is why it's actually good that I'm not using the mixer, because when you're using a cake mixer, you tend to overdo it if you are not careful. So I'm just going to add the rest of my, I'm going to add it gradually actually. I don't want it to be too, I don't want to have to mix it too much. If you guys hear noises in the background, my kids are home and they're just playing, and you really can't stop children from playing, you know, as long as they are not bothering you and they are not messing things up. So don't forget, try not to over mix, just mix until everything is well combined. I think that's okay. So let me bring the camera closer so that you guys can. So this is what our mixture looks like. Right now I'm just going to prepare the baking pan, and then I'm going to transfer. So I thought I had parchment paper in the house, but I tried to look for it, I didn't find it. So I'm improvising with a calendar that I've cut to size for what I would have used my parchment paper for. But before I do that, I'm going to use my cooking spray to oil my pan. This just prevents your batter from sticking to your baking pan. So I'm going to use this baking brush to try and make sure that I'm reaching every corner of the baking pan. So I'm going to take the first one, which is the base, and then I'll line it. Something like that. And then I'll do the same thing for the sides. Then complete it. So that's what my baking tin looks like, and then I'll transfer my batter into the baking tin. I'm just going to be using one because I actually want it to be very thick and deep. I don't want it to be wide. I don't know if you understand what I mean, but when I'm done you would understand. I'm just going to use a spoon to complete that. So I'm just going to shake my pan just to make sure that there's no hair space. And then right now I'm going to go and preheat the oven. I'm just going to let this sit while I preheat my oven, and then I'll transfer. I will not show that. I don't think I need to show that process, but once the cake is done I'll come back to the camera. So our cake is ready, and I actually just brought it out of the oven, though I turned off the oven maybe about 5 or 10 minutes before bringing it out. So I'm going to turn it on the wire rack now so that you guys can just see how it turned out. And I think from the look of it, it turned out pretty well. So I'm just going to tap. Okay, that's not okay. That worked. Just gently. Okay, so I'm going to peel off the paper that I used. I'll flip it over, and I do the same thing for the ones on the side. So this is what we have. So I'm going to be turning it over to this cake board, and then I'll place it on my cake stand. So it's not so hot, so I don't think I need the mixing. I'll just use my hand and then I bring it over. So this is what I have. I'm going to be using a bread knife to cut, just so that we can see what it looks like on the inside. It's supposed to be moist and very red. As you can see from the inside, it looks very moist and it's very soft. It's not hard, and it tastes really nice. So I'm going to be doing this again, and hopefully my color comes out much better than it did today. So guys, the cake is ready as I showed you guys, but the reason why I actually flipped my camera is just because I wanted to show you guys properly. I noticed that it actually has two colors. It has a kind of chocolate color, and then the top is red. And then when I cut the slice that I actually cut out, the same thing happened on the inside, though it's more red, and then I just have some like a little bit of chocolate towards the end. But I think that might be as a result of the fact that I didn't preheat my oven before I actually put my cake in the cake pan, and it took some time before I put the cake in the oven. And when I was watching another video, it said something about the fact that the vinegar was reacting with the baking soda, and once you put that in, you really have to be very fast in putting it in the oven and all of that. So maybe that was why it came out like that. But all in all, I think for my first attempt, I think I actually got somewhere, and I already tasted like a crumb out of the cake, and I can already tell you that it actually came out well. So I just have a little bit of problem with coloring, but I'm sure by the next time I'm doing that, I would probably do better. And maybe even if I don't do a video, I'll probably just take a picture and post it, or maybe talk about it in a vlog, because I actually have plans on making this for a special somebody very soon. So that was why I decided to do this tryout and all of that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up. I think the next video I'm going to be doing when it comes to this kind of DIY would be making a red velvet cake with cream frosting, because that special somebody I'm talking about, I'm going to be making a red velvet cake with cream frosting. So I probably won't show the process of the cake, but I'll show the process of the already baked cake with the cream frosting process and all of that. So that's a cream cheese frosting. I think that's the word, that's the correct word for it. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys learned a thing or two. I'm going to put all the ingredients I used in and their measurements in the description box below. But if you need more, if you need clarification on something that you didn't understand in the course of the video, please do let me know in the comment section, and I'll be sure to guide you and put you guys through. Thanks for watching. If in case you have not subscribed to my channel, please, I'm begging, help me grow this channel, hit that button, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.